Okay, I am in Princesses and Storybook Darlings. This is by H.Lynn. I do like her books. I like the big eyes and exaggerated features. I have not been in this book in a while, but somebody had requested red hair, so I'm going to do hers red, whether it's supposed to be or not. In this book, there's two of each page. Now, I've slid a piece of paper in here so that when I'm coloring, I don't indent into the next page. But hair, let's see, there you can see how I've done some brown hair. And mainly, it's like doing anything else is finding your light source. So there's a highlight here. Okay, I am going to zoom in for you. I'm going to go here. We're hoping that this time I'm recording right side up and that you're not having to watch this sideways. Yeah, I don't know what happened last time. But anyway, I'm going to go here and know that I can only go that far on the page. All right, I'm going to have a seat and we are going to get started. Now, I am using the Arteza pencils. I do not have a huge set. So I pulled number 73. That's my lightest. I think it's blood red or something like that. Then, or maybe blood orange. Yeah, see, the name has rubbed off. So I used a label maker and just printed numbers and then taped them around. All right, then my second color, I've pulled number 1, which is rose red. That one's not worn off yet. 49, carmine red. Then I did pull a brown. I pulled garnet. And then that's number 72. Then being ever so careful, I did pull noir, which is black, number 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the ups and downs, the waves. Anything that's further up would be lighter. Anything that's further down would be darker. Okay? So let's start with the light. I'm going to start up here at the top. The very top is where the light's hitting. So, and I will go the direction of the hair. I will not be going in my little circles that I do sometimes. For the most part, I'm going to be going direction. Now, this is some sort of a clip, so I will leave that, and I can come back and mess with that later with some glitter gel pens. So not too concerned on that. So yeah, so I'm just coming across here with my lightest shade. I am not by any means getting all the tooth out of this paper yet, so not to worry there. Okay, so that's the most up part, right? Okay, then this is up, but it's under her face, so you're not going to be able to see the lighter shades there. You will hear the lights coming down. You can see the lighter shades. And again, not worried about getting all that tooth out of the paper. Just trying to get some color on the paper. Now, something you can do, even though this is a down, you can do a bit of light on it here because that's where it's opened up. Okay? It's just I wouldn't do all of that in the light. And that could just be me, okay? But you do want, I feel like, a little bit of highlight every now and then, even in your dark areas. Okay, then this comes up. I know I'm at the edge, but you should still be able to see that. So where this is all up, I'm going to do it lighter. And again, not worried about coloring skills right now, just getting color on the page. This is up. Okay, so most of our ups are done. So now the next shade. So this is like whatever color hair you're doing. This is how I would do it. So then shade number 2 is going to blend into shade number 1. And then not only will I do it there, but I'll also do it right here because it does fluff up a little and then go back down in. So that little part area might be a little bit darker. Okay. And then you know me, I'm going to come back with my lightest shade and blend everything. Okay. So just going from light to dark. You just have to really stop and think what is layered where, what's going where. So then on the edges coming up and coming down. And then here, this darker shade can come all the way up. Yeah, I know it's hard for me to do the curve without actually turning the book, and I'm trying not to do that to you. Now, because this is lighter and I want it to blend with the darker, I am going to do this next shade next to that. Just kind of come around it all the way down. And then on this side of it. So I've got that light right there. Okay? Same thing here. I will color all around this. Okay. Same here. A little bit at the bottom, and then both sides of that. And then we've got this. So let's go in there some. Actually, this is coming back up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll deepen it in other places to where we can get still that depth that we're after. Okay? So don't fret over that yet. We've still got 3 more pencils hanging back that we're going to use. And yeah, I could do this big piece in that lighter color. Let's go ahead. Because it's big enough and it's out there and there's nothing over the top. So see that up and down? I just totally blew that myself. So whatever. The main thing is getting all those different colors and getting it to look like there's movement. Just like if you're doing braids, then you're going to, whatever's on the top, you're going to do lighter, and whatever's tucked underneath the next braid, that's going to be darker. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do some more of this, a little bit more of this. And it's going to be by feel. I mean, you're going to be going along and all of a sudden you're going to probably think, oh, that should be a little darker. It's underneath or it's behind. So, yeah, if you're more experienced coloring and you suddenly see all that, then I say go for it. Do those different shades that you're seeing. All right. So now I'm going to go to my next shade. This is my number 49, Carmine Red. And not all pencils, oh, I totally forgot this up in here. I'm going to do it in the Carmine because it's tucked back behind. So, yeah, not all colors are the same in all pencils. So that's one reason I sell the conversion charts over on my Etsy. What might be Carmine in one might be brick in another. I mean, I'm just talking off the top of my head there, but there's not any standard that says all pencils are the same in color names. They're just not. And that's kind of unfortunate because it makes it hard when you're trying to color along or do something different. But That's why we have so many different pencil makers. Just like all the leads are not the same. Okay. But can you see how this is highlighted? That's what we're after, is getting just highlights and stuff. Here in these V's, remember the part that's tucked back? Make those a little darker. Around this clip, maybe. Here's V's here and here. Because I am in my darker red now. So I want to start beefing up these V's. And this is where she's really starting to look like she's got red hair. I mean, look at just this versus this. Okay, or this side versus this side. So just keep working it. Keep working along. It's probably going to look tackier before it really starts looking better. Whoops, I'm going to have to erase there. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way, and so I don't have as good control on the pencil as what I should. I should just go ahead and come down here and grab that pencil. Okay, so where your V's are, where the hair comes to a little point, it's further down in there, you're going to want to add just a little bit of dark in there. You can see we're starting to get a redhead here. A ginger, as they sometimes are called. I don't know if that's appropriate or not. I like the term. I think it's cute. Our granddaughter has a bit of red cast to her hair, and she's fair complected, so I'm hoping it gets even lighter and goes on the strawberry to red side. So, all right, so coming around, just getting the deeper reds in. Just make sure you keep those lighter areas light, because that's where your dimension's going to be. That, and when we add darken a little bit. Yeah, because I'm gonna go in there and deepen some of it. Okay, I hope this is helping. A lot of it is going to be trial and error for whatever picture you have. And again, I'm just now starting to get some of that tooth out of the paper. I don't feel like hair is something that you can be in a hurry coloring. I feel like it's going to take time. Now I'm going to go to that garnet, which is like a brown. So everywhere that's tucked way back up in there, okay, like this right here, I'm really going to bear down on that. And then I'm going to come out lighter. Same thing here. I'm going to bear down in and come out lighter. Can you see a bit of a difference happening? So that's why you didn't want to put too much on the first layer going through, because we wanted to have that tooth available to still accept these colors. If you get too much in there at once, you've flattened down the ridges in the paper and it won't accept any more color, then you're just kind of stuck with what you've got. Unless you go in and start adding a workable fixative to where you can add more color over the top, which, to be honest with you, I've never done that, so can't really tell you a whole lot about that. You'd have to do a search to find someone else that's knowledgeable there. I can only speak of what I know, and sometimes that's not a lot. But you can see now the difference in this and this over here. All right, I don't think I'm even going to use that black. I think I'm going to put that to the side. Okay, I'm going to leave this side like this and keep working on this side. I'm going to come back to my first color. Remember that very first one? So I'm going to come back to it and I'm going to start blending. Now's when I'm really trying to start working that tooth out of the paper. Can you see how it's going from dark to light? And then this is more of an orangey. If I had a red orange, I would much rather use it. But I may go over all of this with one of the reds that I pulled, and then that would knock it a little bit further back to the red side. And I'm not going to go any further that way because I didn't use darks over there. But there's movement, there's color from light to dark to light, and that's what you're after. So see the difference in that and that. So just keep going at it. Don't think, oh, I've really messed it up, it looks horrible. Well, mine did too. But the more you work with it, the better it's going to get, hopefully. So don't give up. It's not over till it's over. And you can always go through and erase, and it will leave the paper stained in most cases, in which you're going to get a whole different effect too. You've seen me do cheeks where I color them and then I come through and I erase and just leave the paper stained, and that's how I do blush. And I do have videos on that, yes. All right, now I do want it a bit darker. So I'm going to come in with my Carmine Red, which was my middle color, but then we took away black, so not quite middle anymore. I'm lightly going over this, just ever so lightly. And it's going into that tooth that's left in the paper to give a little bit deeper red instead of orange. I hope you can see the change in this. I can see it happening right before my eyes. But I know y'all don't always see what I see because I'm so much closer to it. So let's do some down here and see. See, just adding just a layer of the red. So, and I said I wasn't going to use black, but I'm going to. So, when you're using black, ever so slightly. Okay, what I'm doing is, here's the paper, here's the pencil, I'm marking and then flipping up. That way it's got pressure, pressure, lift, lift, lift. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here, and that's how I'm getting that automatic blend. Now, do you see a difference in this and this? So if I come down here, there's a V. Here's a V. Here's a V. Here's one coming up. Just anywhere where it tapers. And what you're doing is adding more dimension, more depth to your picture. So let's look at all this. So I'm going to go here and then back this way. And again, ever so slightly, don't overdo it. You'll lose all the ginger, all the redness. Okay, now we've got darks and lights. That's what we were trying to accomplish. Just getting the darks in those dark areas back in there. Okay, I hope this has helped. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think. I won't put too much up here because, again, that's where the light's hitting. In fact, I'm going to come in here with the lightest shade again. And I am going to do my circles and really get the tooth out of the paper and brighten that up. There, most of the tooth is out of that paper now. Now, so look at, this is where we started. Then we moved to this, okay? And then we went to that. So just watch what's going up and down and do your colors and make sure you've got your dark and lights in there. And you can use brick reds, you can use, like I said, this is garnet that I've got right now in my hand. You can use oranges, reds, and even if you were to do like purple hair, you would still, changing over to black, you would still do the same concept of the lights and darks and getting movement in the hair. All right? So, hope this has helped. Thumbs up. I hope so. All right, that's all I've got for you today, and I will talk to you later. Bye.